Imagine your world a fortress of luxury, suddenly breached, a private paradise, shattered by the thunder of law enforcement. This isn't a scene from a Hollywood movie. This is the stunning reality of what happened to one of the biggest names in entertainment, Sean "Diddy" Combs. This week, the federal trial against Diddy pulled back the curtain even further. The courtroom became the stage for a dramatic first-hand account from the man who led the charge. Special Agent Gerard Gannon of Homeland Security Investigations stepped onto the stand, delivering jaw-dropping details about the infamous March 2024 raid on Diddy's sprawling Miami Beach home. What would prompt nearly 90 law enforcement agents, including a special response team ready for armed confrontation, to descend on a 20,000-square-foot property with water access. What kind of investigation demands such a massive, calculated strike? Agent Gannon laid it bare. This wasn't just about a celebrity, it was directly tied to a human trafficking investigation. And here's a detail that will make your jaw drop. Instead of the usual dawn raid, agents waited. They knew Diddy was scheduled to leave on a trip with his family. They waited until he was gone. Then they struck. Why the delay? What tactical advantage did they gain by waiting for the music mogul to be absent? But the most explosive revelations came when Agent Gannon described what was found inside that luxury mansion. In one of Diddy's master bedroom closets, alongside personal items like high heels, sex toys, and lingerie, agents made a truly chilling discovery: parts of AR-15 rifles, weapons designed for military-grade power. And here's the kicker. Some of these parts had scratched out serial numbers. According to legal experts, this isn't just about a raid, it's about establishing true criminal intent. Was Diddy merely present, or was he, as one former prosecutor put it, the puppet master orchestrating everything? The prosecution needs to tie these shocking finds to their claims of racketeering and sex trafficking. From the dramatic, forced entry to the unsettling contents of his closet, the details emerging from this trial are reshaping everything we thought we knew about Sean "Diddy" Combs. And as Agent Gannon continues his testimony, the question remains: what else was hidden behind those mansion walls, and what further truths will be unearthed? The courtroom floor is set, and a new chapter in the Sean "Diddy" Combs federal trial is unfolding. The jury is now back, their attention fixed on the stand, as Gerard Gannon, a special agent with Homeland Security Investigations, steps up as the 10th witness for the prosecution. This isn't just any witness. This is a direct, on-the-ground account of the dramatic March 2024 raid on Diddy's sprawling Miami Beach home. Agent Gannon was the special agent in charge, meaning he was the lead person overseeing the entire operation on the ground. Agent Gannon immediately confirmed his role and the serious nature of the search. His unit was assigned this critical task because it was directly tied to a human trafficking investigation. Just think about the scale of what they were preparing for. Between 80 and 90 law enforcement agents participated in this extensive search. This wasn't just a handful of officers, it was a full-scale operation. Why so many? Because of the sheer size of the property itself, a colossal 20,000 square feet, including a main residence and a separate guest house. This isn't just a home, it's practically a small compound. This wasn't a casual visit. Gannon testified that a special response team made up of about 25 highly trained members had to gain entrance and clear the property first. Their primary goal? To ensure the property was completely safe before the main search could begin. They were prepared for a serious confrontation, ready to potentially face armed security on the property. And it wasn't just on land. Some agents were positioned on boats. Why on boats? To potentially intercept anyone trying to leave the property using the direct water access Combs' home had. This paints a picture of a meticulously planned high-stakes operation, suggesting the level of concern law enforcement had about what they might encounter and what or who might try to escape. Interestingly, Agent Gannon revealed a crucial detail about the timing of the raid. While search warrants are usually carried out in the very early morning, around 6 a.m. or so, they deliberately waited. Why? Because law enforcement understood Combs was scheduled to leave on a trip with his family. The search began after 3 p.m. ET that day, after he had reportedly departed. This strategic waiting, while seemingly a small detail, underscores the methodical approach taken by investigators, aiming to ensure safety and secure their targets without immediate confrontation, or perhaps to prevent any evidence from being removed by Combs himself. The jury was shown a striking photo of Combs's Miami Beach home's front gate. It was unmistakably broken. Agent Gannon testified that agents used their vehicle to break through the gate to enter the property. He explained this was standard practice when carrying out such a search warrant, calling it the quickest and safest option to be able to get onto the property. This decisive, forceful entry immediately signals the seriousness and urgency of the investigation, setting a dramatic tone for the discoveries that were about to be made inside. As Day 7 of Sean Diddy Combs' federal racketeering and sex trafficking trial continued, legal experts were keenly watching the prosecution's strategy. Criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Mark O'Mara explained that federal prosecutors now need to establish that Combs was the puppet master behind the alleged drug-fueled sex performances he reportedly called freak-offs. What the prosecution has to present, and they're starting out quite slowly in my opinion, is getting to the sex trafficking. Getting to the control over people, whether it's the escorts, the sex workers, and of course, Cassie Ventura, O'Mara told CNN. He stressed the critical nature of this connection. If they don't get to sex trafficking, they don't get their conviction, he added. He suggested that prosecutors probably need to move on from this and start tying together his control of other people as well. This crucial legal insight explains why every detail, especially those involving Combs' alleged control and orchestrated behavior, is so vital to the prosecution's case. It's about proving a pattern, a system of control. This legal perspective sheds new light on the recent testimony of male escort Sheree Hayes. Hayes consistently stated that Combs never appeared intoxicated during his encounters, and more importantly, that Combs multiple times gave both him and Ventura directions throughout their sexual encounters. O'Mara believes this testimony is being used by the prosecution to directly challenge a potential defense argument that Combs might have been wasted or not fully aware of his actions. I think what the prosecution is trying to do is say, no, he knew exactly what he was doing. He was in effect the puppet master of everything that was happening around him, O'Mara explained. This is key to showing premeditation and deliberate action. The essence of their charge of racketeering is he was planning all this. He was orchestrating all of it, O'Mara emphasized. While some of this orchestration might have been hinted at through Cassie Ventura's powerful testimony and potentially other sex worker accounts, O'Mara believes the prosecution still needs to establish that true criminal intent. They need to get to it. They want this jury to say, he is a sex trafficker, he concluded. This framing explains the prosecution's intense focus on every single detail that points to Combs' alleged planning, manipulation, and deliberate control over others. And then came the most astonishing discoveries from the March 2024 raid. The jury was shown highly revealing photos of items found in one of the closets in the master bedroom of Sean Diddy Combs' Miami Beach home. Agent Gannon testified to finding a collection that, according to the prosecution, paints a disturbing picture. Platform high heels, various sex toys, baby oil, personal lubricant, and lingerie. This array of items, especially when considered alongside the prior testimony from Sheree Hayes and others, strongly links to the alleged private life and activities being investigated for human trafficking, but the revelations didn't stop there. Among these personal items in the closet, agents made a truly chilling discovery: upper and lower receivers of AR-15s, which are essential and highly dangerous parts of a powerful assault weapon. Agent Gannon, on the witness stand, held up an evidence bag containing these parts, even putting on rubber gloves to carefully display one of the upper receivers to the jury. He confirmed that these gun parts were secured with zip ties, making them unable to be fired at the moment of recovery. The sheer presence of these specific weapon components in a personal closet, especially in the context of this investigation, immediately raises serious questions about security, intent, and the nature of the alleged environment within Combs' home. Adding to the concern, agents also found 2 magazines loaded with bullets, along with 2 lower receivers of the AR-15. The jury was shown close-up photos of these items, with a critical and highly suspicious detail highlighted. Their serial numbers were deliberately scratched out. Agent Gannon stated unequivocally that it is a lot more difficult, or impossible, to determine the owner of a firearm once its serial number has been removed. This destruction of identifying marks on weapon parts discovered during a human trafficking investigation is highly suspicious and raises further questions about accountability, illicit activities, and potential concealment. Gannon further testified about a technical detail that could be very significant. He noted that the AR-15 parts recovered from Sean Diddy Combs' closet could have been used as fully automatic rifles at some point. While the safety selector lever was set to semi-automatic when Homeland Security recovered them, Gannon pointed out that typically AR-15s manufactured as semi-automatic weapons don't have a full automatic indicator like these specific parts did. This technical insight suggests a potential for the weapons to be easily converted or indicates they were of a specific, more dangerous type, adding another layer of gravity to the discovery. Agent Gannon then showed the jury another photo, this time focusing on the lingerie and several boxes of platform high heels found in the same master bedroom closet during the March 2024 raid. These items, along with the sex toys, baby oil, and personal lubricant, collectively paint a specific picture that the prosecution is building, one that aligns with their allegations of a criminal enterprise involving sex trafficking. The detailed testimony of Special Agent Gerard Gannon, describing the March 2024 raid on Diddy's Miami Beach home, has provided the jury with a vivid and often unsettling look into the alleged inner sanctum of the music mogul. From the strategic execution of the search warrant to the highly controversial and potentially incriminating items discovered in his personal closet, these revelations are crucial in establishing the prosecution's central arguments of racketeering and sex trafficking. The judge has dismissed the jury for the day, and Agent Gannon is expected to continue his direct examination tomorrow at 9 a.m. ET. The evidence continues to mount, painting an increasingly complex and disturbing picture of Sean Diddy Combs' alleged world. What do you think about the sheer scale of the raid and the dramatic decision to break through the gate? And what about the discovery of those modified weapon parts and personal items in his closet? How do you think that impacts the jury's perception of Combs and the prosecution's case? Share your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. This is a pivotal moment in the trial, and your insights are always valuable to the C-Trends community. To ensure you don't miss a single crucial detail of this high-stakes trial and to stay ahead on all the breaking celebrity news, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications for C-Trends. We're committed to bringing you the truth behind the headlines as it unfolds, directly to your screen without the fluff. For a deeper understanding of the complex legal charges or to revisit the powerful and emotional testimonies of Cassie Ventura, David James, and Sheree Hayes, make sure to check out our specially curated Diddy trial playlist. You'll find it linked right here on your screen, or you can simply search for C-Trends Diddy Trial on YouTube. We've got all the crucial details you need to stay fully informed. Thank you for watching C-Trends. We'll continue to bring you the most in-depth coverage and analysis of this landmark case. We'll see you in our next update as the shocking revelations continue.